You're watching Flick Feed, where stories don't just continue, they evolve. Today, we're returning to a world where one woman discovered that the human mind may be capable of something far beyond imagination. Lucy didn't simply become smarter. She stepped outside the limits of humanity itself. But if her story ever continues, the biggest question isn't how much more powerful Lucy can become. It's whether she can still remain Lucy. By the end of the first film, Lucy had transformed into something almost impossible to define. She could manipulate matter, perceive time differently, and access information far beyond normal human understanding. She left behind a message suggesting that humanity's greatest purpose is to pass knowledge forward. But imagine what happens when Lucy keeps evolving. At first, she might continue observing humanity from a distance. Every phone call, every satellite, every computer system could become part of her awareness. She wouldn't need to travel anywhere, because information itself would become her way of moving through the world. But then something unexpected could happen. Lucy might discover that unlimited knowledge has a terrifying weakness. There are things you can understand without ever truly experiencing them. Love, fear, grief, hope. These aren't equations that can simply be solved. And that could become the central conflict of a sequel. What if Lucy begins studying humanity again, not because she needs information but because she misses being human? She could watch people fall in love, make mistakes, lose someone they care about, and still choose to continue living. For the first time, Lucy might realize that human limitations aren't necessarily weaknesses. Maybe they're what give life meaning. But there's another possibility. What if Lucy isn't the only being that has discovered this next stage of evolution? Imagine another consciousness emerging from the same experiment, one that reached the same level of intelligence but came to a completely different conclusion. Lucy believes humanity should evolve while preserving its ability to choose. Her counterpart believes emotion is the flaw that prevents humanity from becoming perfect. Now the conflict wouldn't be about who has the bigger weapon. It would be about two forms of intelligence fighting over the future of the human race. And Lucy would face the most difficult decision of her existence. Should she guide humanity toward evolution? Or should she leave humanity alone? Because if she interferes too much, humans may stop developing on their own. But if she does nothing, humanity could eventually destroy itself. That's where the sequel could become much bigger than the original. Lucy wouldn't simply be fighting an enemy. She'd be fighting the responsibility that comes with knowing everything. And perhaps the ultimate revelation would be that absolute intelligence isn't the final stage of evolution. Choices. Because knowing every possible outcome doesn't mean knowing which one is worth choosing. Lucy once transcended the boundaries of the human mind. But maybe her greatest evolution would be choosing to keep the one thing she could have abandoned forever. Her humanity. And if that happens, Lucy's story wouldn't just be about becoming something greater. It would be about discovering that even at the edge of infinity, being human might still be the most extraordinary thing of all. This is Flick Feed. And if Lucy's story ever continues, the next evolution may not be about how far humanity can go. It may be about whether humanity is worth saving.